What's up, guys? It's your girl Amberlane, and I'm back currently in the Yare Studios, the LRM Movie Podcast Studio. You dig? I've got in the house with me a very, very special guest. He goes by the name of Angelo King. Say what's up.
How's it going, everybody? How you doing?
How was the trip here?
It was kind of long, all the way coming from Canada.
Canada.
Yeah, stopped in Toronto from Edmonton, where I'm from, and then from Toronto, New York, all the way down here to Jersey.
So are you, can I be stereotypical and ask you if you're a Drake fan?
If I'm a what fan?
A Drake fan.
Drake fan, absolutely. That's 100%.
The sixth God, you heard.
You know what it is.
Not a gang sign. So, you were born in Congo.
Yeah, I was born in Congo, Africa, yeah.
And then you moved to...
And I moved to Canada, yeah. First, we moved to Montreal, and then from Montreal, I went to Toronto, and Toronto to Edmonton, which is where I reside right now. Edmonton, Alberta.
That's a lot of moving. What was the transition like?
It was, I was a kid, so I don't remember like too much of it, but just like moving from school to school and place to place, it just wasn't really stable, but it's life.
So, how was your upbringing? Like, what was it like besides, moving? Like, how were your parents?
Upbringing, I say it was fun. Like all of us kids, like when we first moved to Montreal, we like lived in the projects or whatever, and everybody would gather together and just play basketball and just hang around and just do,
So you
kid stuff and
life.
just having fun as a kid. Don't really realize what's going on and stuff. It's just easy being.
Don't we miss those days, y'all, when we were children and we didn't have to worry about bills and adulting?
Definitely.
Because I sure wish I was back then.
Good old days.
When did you start music?
I started music about in my like mid-teens, about 16, 17.
Okay. And obviously you're older now. We're not gonna say your age. But when did you realize that was your calling, that that's something that you wanted to pursue?
A little bit later on, when I was like in my before I did it for fun, and then I started taking it seriously. I'd say in my early 20s, and I went to a Wayne concert, which is one of my favorite #1 rapper ever. And just watching him perform and all the other artists on the stage just made me realize this is what I want to do. Like, I don't want to do nothing else. That's my calling in life.
So, you heard. So, from this very moment, sitting here right now, to how you were when you were 16, how do you feel like you've grown as an artist?
I've grown in ways that, like, I take it more seriously, like, I invest more in myself. I go to the studio more, practice more, and I look at it more like a business instead of a hobby like I did before. And I basically made it my life, and there's a lot of people that just starting out and they just do it for fun, but to me it's like my life. It's a business. I invest a lot into it. And musically I've grown. Like, I don't sound the way I used to sound when I first started, like my very first mixtape. I don't use other people's beats no more. Everything is all my own studio time, music, instrumental, everything.
So, with this upcoming, well, you have an EP out right now, right?
Yeah, called Hollywood. Oh, yeah.
Why did you choose that title?
I chose the title because I love Los Angeles, and I do things in trilogies. Way back in the days, I had a mixtape series called The Days of the Phoenix, 1, 2, and 3. And I've been going to Los Angeles so much, and I decided to do a trilogy of it, and name it after my 3 most favorite places in LA, which is Hollywood, Malibu, and Calabasas.
How is Malibu?
Malibu's lovely. It's beautiful.
It looks really peaceful.
I love it.
We have plans on going to LA soon.
Oh, nice. You should definitely do it. You'll love it.
No, it's May looking like Ivy. So, did you, before I asked about the producers, what was the inspiration behind Hollywood besides like the trilogy series? Like, what's your message? In
Hollywood, it's basically a combination of things I like and dislike, and I decided to put that together and just name it Hollywood. And also, I enjoy being there. So when it comes to what I dislike about Hollywood is like its fakeness and stuff like that. It's really pretend. But what I really enjoy about it is just the whole like the movie industry. I'm a big movie fanatic and stuff like that, and that's where like almost everything is filmed and all that. I'm really intrigued in that stuff. So I just decided to go ahead and name the first one Hollywood. And yeah.
Well, if you like movies and music, you need to follow the feature presentation. Okay.
For sure.
That's DJ Suss's brand.
Oh,
so
nice.
if you don't know, I'm his assistant.
I've heard of DJs.
Yeah. So movies and music for sure. So did you collaborate with producers? Because I know that you said that all your beats like you don't use anybody's beats, so you make the beats as well?
No, I have a producer back in Edmonton. He has
Okay.
like his in-home studio in his basement, but he's like professional. Like his
Mm-hmm.
beats are amazing, and he's the only one I work with. Like there's others in the city, but me and him, we have a good vibe, a good chemistry, and I love working with him.
Do you want to shout him out? You can most
Yeah, his name
shout
is
him out.
Stress. He owns Smash T Band Studios in Edmonton, Alberta, and he's a genius, honestly.
Yo, the takeoff is about to be in Canada, y'all.
Oh, for real?
You
That's lit.
here.
That's lit.
You're here. So you already broke that barrier. We're going international already.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gassing. I'm sorry.
That's cool.
I still have liquor in my system. I'm pretty sure. So, how do you feel like he added to the project as a producer? Because I feel like a lot of people don't give producers enough credit.
Mm.
So this is why I like to bring up the producers. How do you feel like he added and complemented Hollywood?
Working with him, he goes above and beyond to make sure you sound properly, your project comes out right. He shoots videos too, so whatever he does, he doesn't just like make a beat and give it to you and just like falls back. Like he makes sure to go above and beyond to make sure it sounds proper. He gives it 110%, and he also helps me out with melodies and stuff like that. So if I'm doing a song and I'm stuck, and he'll be like, why don't you say it like this or sing it like that or whatnot, and he just it's like a collaborative effort pretty much.
What is your favorite track off of Hollywood, and why?
My favorite track off of Hollywood. That's a hard one. I mean, I like all the songs I make, but
I would hope so.
if I had to pick one, I would probably pick a song called I Find Solace in Broken Girls, because I put a lot into that song, and it's basically self-explanatory, and I don't know, you have to listen to the song. As far as production, he made a great beat for it. I really vibe with it, and it's an amazing song. You should check it out.
So while we're on that topic, right, you have 2 videos that are out right now. Instagram girls. What's up with the shade with the Instagram girls, yo?
The thing is, it's not shade. It's basically a parody making fun of the type of Instagram girls that are in there just to like, they think they're just God's gift to earth, you know, and just do things for the wrong reasons, for attention, and just don't care about others. And there's Instagram girls that like serious models and are pursuing their passion and stuff like that. It's not about them. It's about the ones that like, look at me, you know, I'm the shit. And, yeah.
We just have to make that clear. Cause I watched the video, I was like, why are you coming?
Yeah, I got some flack for that too. This girl was like, I think you'll have a hard time finding models because it's so derogatory to women. I'm like, no, it's not. It's just making fun of a certain type of people, and yeah, I just want to make that clear before everybody gets offended and stuff.
This is definitely gonna be a clip that we're gonna push, so that way it complements the video, so people understand where you're coming from. Because people need to know that.
For sure, for sure.
You feel me? And then congratulations on your Bad Things remix.
Thank you.
It racked up over 8,000 views. It's probably higher now, right?
I hope so.
I think
Just
it'll probably
promotion.
be 9K now since the last time that we spoke.
Yeah, as long as I keep promoting it, you know. Hope for the best.
You always have to. I hate when artists stop promoting their old things. Like there's an audience everywhere.
Yeah.
Some people haven't seen it yet. You get new followers, new faces every day.
Yeah, you just gotta keep
So
pushing it.
it's good that you did that. Now, like I said before, the takeoff celebrates struggle and strength.
Yeah.
And I know you've traveled a lot. The intention is to always inspire people through pain.
For sure. Yeah.
So pain into power kind of situation. Can you tell us of a period of time in your life that was rough for you that made you who you are today, made you stronger and wiser?
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so there's a period in time, like, I was basically on my own, like, music-wise and stuff like that. I didn't really have any support or help from anybody. And, you know, funds were low, and I just wasn't sure what I was going to do. So I'm like, you know what, I want to go pursue this and give it 100%. Like, it's a sink or swim moment. So I was like, you know what, why don't I go somewhere where I think I'll do well? And LA popped up in my mind, so I'm like, I'm just gonna move out to LA, leave Edmonton and just go to LA. But I didn't want to go just anywhere in LA. I'm like, where can I go that's gonna be like peaceful? Because I'm all about peace and quiet, you know? So I found Calabasas, and the way I found it was like, what was that neighborhood that Justin Bieber got kicked out of? It's a good neighborhood because he got kicked out for like drag racing and stuff. So I'm like, okay, Calabasas, that's where I'm gonna go. It's a peaceful area.
Okay.
So I packed my stuff, got in the car and just drove from Edmonton all the way down to Calabasas, and over there I was just like handing out mixtapes on Venice Beach and just working hard, just handing out mixtapes to people and just grinding hard, driving to radio stations all the way in the Redlands, which is like an hour and a half away from LA. Just whatever I had to do, just I did what I have to do to work hard and just build myself up pretty much.
So that was scary, you know? How long were you there?
I was there for not too long. It was like a couple of months, but it was months of just the hard work.
You had like a spot to stay?
Oh yeah, I had a little place out there in, I think it was Las Virgenes Road, Malibu Canyon, something like that.
Oh, so you were living. So you were good.
I was
You
trying.
were good. What advice do you have for upcoming artists?
My advice would be to work hard, invest in yourself, and look at it as a business, because that's pretty much what it is. Like, whatever you do, you gotta invest in yourself in this music, or else it's not gonna take up. And don't count on anybody but yourself, because I haven't had a lot of support, except for like people who are fans and share my music and tell other people on and offline. So basically just bet on yourself and don't count on any handouts, period.
I like that a lot. What was the most valuable lesson that you learned in 2018?
2018, the
I
most...
felt like that year fucked everyone up.
I don't know. I'd say just pretty much what I just said. It's like, do not expect people to help you out. People will switch up on you and they'll make it look like they want you to succeed, but they really just don't care at all. So bet on yourself 100%.
The most, and I said this 2 years ago, the most destructive thing you could ever do is believe someone else's opinion of you.
Exactly.
Quote
Because
that.
people are going to talk.
So you've done a lot, music-wise. You've opened up for T-Pain,
Yeah.
Tyga, Jadakiss, Waka, and more.
Yeah.
You performed at multiple venues. What would you say was your biggest accomplishment as an artist, if you had to choose one?
Oh, that's difficult. My biggest accomplishment, one of them I would say was being on the Blaze Indie LA show in Los Angeles. That was a pretty big accomplishment for me. I've gotten a couple of shout outs on Instagram from like known rappers and stuff like that, and just basically making sort of a living off my music, like making money off of it and making revenue off of it is a big accomplishment to me, because I remember when I was younger and we just rapped in the basement, we used to record on a little tape recorder from Value Village, and from now to like making money online off music sales and stuff like that and streaming, that's a big deal to me.
Yeah. Because I feel like we've done so much for free as like, especially as entrepreneurs, it's hard.
Yeah.
And then once you put your all into it, then that's all you have. You feel me? Like, you're all you have at that point. If you don't make money, you don't make money. Like, you don't really have a boss. Like, and it's hard, you know, you feel me? But the minute you make money from your career, what you love doing,
Yeah,
even if it's like 2 pennies,
Exactly.
it's such a good feeling.
It's an amazing feeling.
An amazing
honestly.
feeling. Be paid for your talent. Be paid for what you love to do.
Oh yeah.
So, coming into the new year, what would you like to accomplish?
There's so much I want to accomplish. I want to start touring. Like, I want to start doing shows out in the States and hopefully overseas. Like, I'm trying to go to London and try to branch out there. Because I have a bit of a following on Instagram that's from London, and I think it's a big market for hip-hop right now. So that's my goal this year.
Overseas, yo. Overseas has really been supporting hip-hop,
Oh yeah,
too.
100%.
So, last question. This is my favorite question ever. What would you like your legacy to be?
My legacy? I'd like to be remembered as someone whose music helped people, because my favorite artists, their music, the reason they're my favorite is because their music helps me. Like, it helps me get through life, get through hard times, and when I'm down and stuff like that. So I want my music to speak to people like that and basically help them.
So, who are your favorite artists?
My favorite artists, well, Drake's one of them, Jay-Z, Tupac, of course, Lil Wayne, #1. I don't care who disagrees. Wayne, honestly, his music just helped me get through life, so I'd say he's #1. And there's this group from Toronto called the Prime Boys. I'm one of their absolute biggest fans, and I hope to get a feature from them this year. That's also one of my biggest goals for this year, so shout out to the Prime Boys.
Let's see if we can make that happen.
Let's do
You
it.
feel me? Let's see. So, I need you to shout out your social media. I need you to tell everybody where they can find your music.
You can find me on Instagram at Angelo_King, and that's K.I.N.G. And Twitter. Basically, my social media is the same all across, and yeah, my biggest platform. Also find me on YouTube, youtube.com/king8335, and that's where all my videos and stuff like that are gonna be at. And I plan to release like vlogs on there. And my music, my latest mixtape, my EP right now, Hollywood, is available across all platforms: Spotify, Tidal, Apple Music, iTunes. So just look out for that.
Okay. Anything else you want to say? Any other shout outs you want to give?
I want to give a shout out to the south side of Edmonton. You know, where I'm from, Mill Woods, all the artists that are working hard out there and trying to come up with a city. I'm here representing for them. So shout out to Edmonton, Mill Woods, south side, and everybody.
It's really cold out there.
It's freezing.
Oh,
it's freezing. It's snowing.
Yeah. Well, never mind. Anyways, it's your girl Amber Lay, aka Vietnam, and I'm over and out.
Yeah. Hey, 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 yeah. Bad little thing with some long hair, shaking all that ass and she don't care. She a bad little thing with some long hair, and she shaking all that ass and she don't care. Bad little thing with some long hair, and she shaking all that ass and she don't care. She a bad little thing with some long hair, and she shaking all that ass and she don't care. Instagram bitches, they just taking all these damn pictures. Ha. Instagram bitches, yeah, they just taking all these damn pictures. Yeah, she bad from the feet up. Nigga, I'm about to tear it up. Bad little bougie thing. Bitch wanna red ring. She ain't gon' happen. She was in the club, ass clapping. Stripping and she shaking from them dollar bills. Grills in the mouth, yeah, she kinda trail. Mad dudes in the DMs, from the A to the PM. Bitch, I ain't tryna be them, cause bitch, I'm tryna see M's. She got the same old booty pose. Do it for the gram, take off her clothes. Nah, I ain't tryna get that. All you niggas falling for the thirst traps. Bad little thing with some long hair, shaking all that ass and she don't care. She a bad little thing with some long hair, and she shaking all that ass and she don't care. Bad little thing with some long hair, and she shaking all that ass and she don't care. She a bad little thing with some long hair, and she shaking all that